Hello everybody, it is Ebontis. It's October 17th, we are in week 9 of Season of the Witch, and Festival of the Lost is here for 2023. Ava Levante has come in, she's looking for candy and pages, but we've also got some updates with exotic focusing and weapons focusing and eerie engrams and a couple of other things. So this will be my guide for Festival of the Lost for 2023. Probably not everything, there's one thing that's still being figured out right now, so probably look for a video tomorrow, so if you do enjoy this guide, you know where to find the next one if you guys subscribe and enjoy the content. But for now, we got pages and a lot of stuff to talk about. So let's jump into the first thing, and that's your mask. She is going to give you one. Put it on and leave it there. While you're doing all of this farming and other stuff you're going to do, you want to leave your mask on because that, whether you change the ornament up or not, is fine. But whatever mask you're wearing, leave it there because that is how you're able to get candy, get pages, and interact with all the stuff for the event. So put it on and leave it there. If you go to do Crucible and you equip a loadout, make sure you equip the mask. I can't tell you how most likely it's going to be that somebody watching this is going to go do a Crucible match. Why didn't I get any candy for the whole entire thing I did and then realize that they didn't have their mask on? Because believe me, I've done it too. So put your mask on and leave it there. The other thing Ava Levante is next going to give you is a couple of spectral pages. Now, I'll cover how to get these and how to farm these and kind of your efficient ones a little later in the video. She's going to give you two. So what you're going to do is come to the Haunted Sector playlist, go run through this thing. It's match made at 1600. It's pretty basic. Kill the headless ones, finish it up, and then when you're done, you're going to be getting two manifested pages. When you're done with the manifested pages, come back into the tower, and Ava Levante is going to have you come over here to the Book of the Forgotten Haunted Tome, and you're going to take those two. You're going to buy any of the chapters of these first 15, because these are all worth 2. These next 15 are worth 5, and these last 3 are worth 7. Total of 126 pages. You do the math if you want to. But buy one chapter, and then when you come back to Ava Levante, she's going to give you your first basic reward. That is the opening quest. Pretty simple stuff. Now, the important things for the event. 1. Spectral pages. If you want to do any of these first 3 challenges, the last thing she is going to have you do is once you've bought one of the chapters in Tales of the Forgotten, come in here and claim your event challenge so you unlock all the rest. You want to do that first so you can unlock all of these and start making progress on them. So don't forget to come in here, claim your event challenge, and finish up the quest with Ava and get whatever reward you're going to get from her, which I think is just like a basic weapon, because you want to unlock the rest of these if you're doing the quest, because you don't want to leave these locked, go do a bunch of stuff, and have none of the progress count. So that's an important piece. But that's the idea. You're going to get spectral pages. You're going to go into haunted sectors and convert them anywhere from like 12 to 15. Bring them back. Put them in there. I think the cap on spectral pages is either like 50 or 99. I can't quite remember which, but I don't think you can hold more than 100. Pretty sure of that. So once you get up pretty high, then you'll run a few haunted sectors, use some of those up, switch them over to manifested, cash those in the tome, and just kind of get that rotation going. Now, we do have a new weapon, the Acosmic Grenade launcher. I don't think there's anything overly amazing about this one per se. It is a void grenade launcher, but we've got a craftable void one from Season of Defiance that's pretty damn good from what I remember. So I don't know if farming this is really going to be worthwhile. It's not a bad grenade launcher per se. I just don't think it's like wowing anybody. Got your Macabre sniper rifle. It's fun. It's cool. I don't know if the rolls changed too much, but you still got Volt Shot on a sniper rifle. I wish sniper rifles were just a little better. Jurassic Green. Solid pulse rifle, solar one, and then you got your horror story, which is now Stasis, which is kind of back, and that's got a bit of an update for perks. This one can actually get some really good rolls for like PvP with stability and things of that nature, so you've got some options on a couple of these that might be worth the weapons. But the other thing is going to be, as you're doing your haunted sectors, you're going to be getting some of your engrams, and these are called eerie engrams. Now, if you just cash in a normal eerie engram for free, literally just see what's inside, you can get one of the weapons. You can also get some currencies. So kind of dice roll on most of this stuff here. If you want to go straight for a weapon, it is going to cost you 500 candy, and it's just going to roll the dice. So if you're like, I'm new, I have none of them, you might want to get a couple of each, so you can roll the dice there for a little cheaper. If you want to go after a specific weapon, once you've actually had it, I think you probably have to get it to be able to focus it, so you might do some random rolls for a little while. But once you've got it, then you can focus in for 1,000 candy. And then finally, you come down here, and for 2,500 candy, if you get to the point where you farmed a lot, and if you're going for the triumphs, you're going to end up with like 20 or 30,000 candy. So you're going to have some place to spend this stuff. You can actually go after exotics, and you can do it by slot. So legs, chest, arms, and head. Now they go all the way up through, I want to say through Witch Queen, or even through, yeah, I want to say they're through the Witch Queen seasons. They're nothing from this year. But if you're looking to focus towards an older one, maybe get a dice roll and you're like, I don't have that many arms for my hunter, for example. Maybe you'll roll the dice and see if you get some exotics that you haven't acquired previously. But you can actually, you're like, what is the whole point in this? For the first time, you can actually go for exotics from a holiday event. So if you do end up with a butt ton of candy and some area engrams and not really another place to use them on, see if you get a better roll than what you got on some of these. You never know, you just might. So the eerie engrams are just going to randomly drop from the haunted sectors. You might get them, you might not. I will tell you, I've run like a couple of these. Haven't really seen one. I ran one of these and I did get one to drop. It's not a guarantee you're going to get one here and not here, but my guess is the Legend Lost sectors probably have a better chance at the eerie engrams. So if you are like farming with a group and running some efficient stuff, maybe running a haunted sector every so often, not a bad idea. So that covers the basics of like loot. Make sure you're picking up your bounties and doing those because these are going to be worth candy. The repeatable are still going to be getting you bright dust and a little bit of candy, so you may as well keep doing those if you're doing things. But as you go through Spectral Pages, this is one of the important ones. Now, as for Spectral Pages, there have been farms previously. There was farms on Savathun's Throne World. That one doesn't work anymore, I promise you. The like second mission Throne World farm, not here. Also, Lost Sector. I would think this would be more, but the fact that you could probably run here with 3 people, it's probably easier. But if you do a Legend Lost Sector, and I did it solo just to see, I got 1 page, so don't waste your time doing that either. Now, Crucible. I did Momentum Control, and I got 3. I think it's 3 to 4 for Crucible. It's 3 to 4 for a Gambit match. But I also have seen 4 to 5 from Vanguard Ops. And Vanguard Ops, like, I did a Battleground and I still finished that thing in under 9 minutes. They're really easy, like low mental effort to do these things. Also, Vanguard rank points are increased this week, so you've got a benefit there. If you do a Nightfall, you might get like 7 to 8. I haven't run one yet, but from last year, I'm pretty sure that's close to what it was. And also, you've got double Nightfall rewards that I saw at least at the opening of the week today. So if you're looking for cores, if you're looking for a prism farm, that kind of thing, and you're okay with the Nightfall that we got is the Scarlet Keep. If you're up for running that one, which usually isn't too bad, just pay attention to the surges, lean into those a little bit, probably bring an arc weapon because you are going to have some arc shields. I definitely would imagine that one. Yeah, you got arc and solar shields, so bring some stuff, bring a powerful heavy that matches these, and have a little fun blowing stuff up. This is actually going to be pretty efficient for both reputation for Vanguard, currency of cores and prisms, possible weapons, maybe a rare exotic if you run on a hero. If you bump it up and you got a group, sure, but even hero is match made, so you can run that one all day and get yourself some currencies. But if you don't want to run the same strike over and over, Vanguard Ops, not a bad way to go. So about 4 to 5 here for pages. Pretty easy to do, I will be honest. Nightfall is about 7 to 8. Again, pay attention to the modifiers. You can still do those relatively quickly. Quickie. That's not what I meant to say, but, you know, have fun with that. Legendary, First Contact. This is your farm. This works. Seems to be the thing. Now, what you're going to do, let me load in and I'll show you. Now, your goal when you are in the First Contact mission is to get to this point. This is the room where you fight the Tormentor. If you can get efficient enough to nuke him, it's not really too bad. But when you get to this point and you kill the Tormentor, that door is going to open. Like this little one right here that you can see, this door is going to open. And you're going to see checkpoint acquired. At that point, you have the checkpoint you want the farm for. Do not go any further. If anything at that point, just go to orbit. Now, what you're going to want to do is, now that you've got the checkpoint saved, you can always log back in, and then when you load the mission up, you're right here. What you would do is have a friend join you. So this is a farm that can only be done with more than one person. But you have a friend join you. You leave. Once they've joined in, you make them leader. You leave, change characters, get on another character. You go through and then finish up the mission, and then you switch back to your first character. Then you can jump right back into this section of the mission. Your friend comes back in and joins you. You switch to that alternate character. You finish the mission. And you can get 9 pages over and over and over just by doing that. It's very fast, very efficient. And at some point, Bungie is going to fix this one, but they haven't done it for the previous events. So we'll see if they do it this time. But this is the Spectral Page Farm that everyone is going to tell you about. So honestly, it could take you, a couple of minutes to load in, have your friend join you, then you switch characters and join them, run through it to the end, get your pages, and then when you're done, switch back to, once the pages show up and you've got them acquired, switch back to that other character, load up the checkpoint. At that point, your friend can join you again, then you switch characters and then join your friend who are in the mission, run through it, and that's another 9. Go back to that first character at the checkpoint, load it up over and over and over. That is how you farm First Contact, but you gotta do it with somebody else. I tried this solo. It is gonna get me 9 pages, but it's gonna take you about 20 minutes to do it, and a couple of Vanguard Ops runs, if you get 4 on one and 5 on another, is so much less effort, I promise you. So, and you're getting Vanguard reputation, and if you're running Nightfalls, you might be getting currencies. Basically, the idea is, this is good with a group, solo, not so much. Okay, so once you farm Spectral Pages, while you're doing all of those strikes and other things, you're going to be getting candy the whole time. And this is another reason why I recommend to do some strikes. Mainly because you've got to, if you're going for your event challenges. If you're trying to do the triumphs, if you're trying to get your seal, you've got to do all of these. Now again, pages, pages, pages. If you do all of the pages for the book, you'll get these 3, you'll get this exotic ship. Over here, defeat headless ones. Well, if you got to get 126 pages, you're going to defeat 100 headless ones. This should not be hard. Haunted Sector on higher difficulty. As I said, it is match made, so it could take you a slog to get through it, but I eventually got through it. It is doable, just could take some time depending on who you get match made with. Candy. This is like 20,000 candy, I'm pretty sure, ballparkish. And then if you're going for the gilding of the seal, it's 30,000. Now, if you're running strikes or you're running Gambit and you're killing a lot of enemies, you're probably going to get a decent amount of candy. If you run a lot of haunted sectors, which you're going to have to run, I don't know, at least 11 or 12 of them, I think, total to make sure you get enough pages converted, you're going to get a decent amount, but you're probably also just going to need to leave your mask on while you do other things to max out your candy. I think last year candy was one of my slower things, but this year we'll see. If you purchase the Epic Mystery Grab Bag, if you buy 3 of those, you will complete this because I bought 1. So you'll get 1 of them back for candy, but you're also going to need about 2,600 more than the 1,300 it gives you to actually complete this thing, so you got to buy 3 of those. I don't love the fact that this is kind of like wasting candy for you, but you'll get a few shards from it, but it's fine. I got like the number auto rifle, completely useless, so oh well. When you're running through and running strikes or Gambit or Crucible or whatever, put some of these weapons on so you're being efficient about it. Grenade launcher, if you pick up heavy ammo, or if you're running through and using a grenade launcher in PvE or PvP, make sure the kills count. So your heavy weapon, if you're doing stuff that's just easy to do, throw a grenade launcher on there. Your special weapon should be a sniper rifle until you are done with these kills. If you go into something like momentum control, a sniper rifle is a body shot kill. Not a bad time to work on this one, I'll be totally honest. Auto rifles and pulse rifles. In momentum control, decently powerful at mid-range, so have some fun with both of those. So if you equip a grenade launcher, a sniper rifle, and one of these while you're in, say, momentum control, you'll be able to get some progress on all of this at the same time, and then whichever primary you finish first, go to the other one. Over here, complete ritual activities. Haven't done a Gambit match, but I've done a Vanguard Ops. I've done a Crucible match, I think just one, and I'm at like 7%. So it is not the fastest thing in the world. So the Occult Ritual, I'm not entirely sure how the points work, but in Destiny Item Manager, it's showing 3,600 points that I need. Now, if I did like Momentum Control and then a Vanguard Ops, it was maybe like 150 for the Vanguard Ops and then 100 for another. All I can say is you're going to be running about 30 events though. So you're going to be running this stuff for a while. This is going to be one of your longest ones to get done. Eerie Engram, you just have to focus one Eerie Engram into something. That is not going to be hard to do because you're going to get plenty of those. All you got to do is do it one time. Crucible matches or Gambit, whichever one you are more comfortable doing, have some time in there. But again, momentum control this week. Go use like a pulse rifle or an auto rifle in momentum control with a sniper rifle. This is a single shot body shot kill, and then use this, and you're going to get your Crucible matches done. You're going to make progress on the kills. And you're also going to be making progress up here. So my advice is do your Crucible or Gambit first. Knock that out. See which weapons you finish up first. Then when you're done with this one, seeing how your weapon progress is going, you can use different weapons or keep using the ones that you need to. Then when you go into strikes, then you'll be getting the bonus reputation. You'll be getting more enemies killed, so you'll earn some more candy, because I got 350 for a Vanguard Ops. I got about 230 for a Crucible run, so you'll get more candy from running strikes, but you got to do some Crucible or Gambit if you want to get this thing done. So spend time in there first, and that way you know you don't spend any extra like, don't knock this completely out with strikes up here and then have to do this. Please don't do that. Do your Crucible or Gambit first, then you'll know how much more strikes you got to do. Finally, complete haunted sectors. Higher difficulty does them faster, so it's 18 total, but if you run a few legend ones, which you need to do for one of like the random side quests that you've got, you'll do this a little faster. So work on a few of the haunted sectors at legend difficulty. This will get you a little faster progress, and then when you come back and run the other ones, you won't have to run quite as many. And if you do all of those, you get an Ascendant Shard, Ascendant Alloy. Pretty straightforward. Just try and make your time efficient. Use the right weapons. Do Crucible first. Then as you're going through, you know, do some higher difficulty haunted sectors first, because you probably want to do those anyway. And then as you're going through, you know, make sure you leave your mask on so you're always earning candy. And, you know, get your pages all done and converted. Pretty straightforward. This is kind of our final thing, the Lost Memento. And this is going to be messing with the Twilight Triumph. So if you come into Journey, Season of the Witch, go over to General, down here. So you got 3 things you need to do. Now, shout out to Misled. It's literally at MISLEAD on Twitter, because that's the first person I saw who had them figured out, at least on Twitter. They say the last step, which is just a question mark, is to complete a strike with the Clovis Bray mask on. I already got the Clovis Bray mask. I think that one actually came from Eva Levante. Then you've also got to be in a Legend Lost sector with the Tormentor mask on and get finishers. That's 25. That's the bottom one. And then the middle one is, that one's going to be kills on Neomuna with the Nimbus mask equipped. Now, I'm not entirely sure. Those are not masks that you buy for like silver or anything like that. So this is not like pay to win. I think those are going to be either drops from haunted sectors, or you're going to get them from Eva Levante, from a couple of different things. But that seems to be how those are. If that is completely wrong, I will probably do a short or a small video later kind of explaining this one as is. But if you're curious about this one, those are at least the things that I'm seeing on Twitter as of right now when I'm recording this video. So your guess is as good as mine, but that's probably a pretty good idea because they're actually showing progress on the screenshots that they've got. Finally, for Ghost Rider, if you are working on gilding Ghost Rider, once you've got, like if you've got the seal before, then it's just the 16 triumphs. But if you're going for the guild this time, defeat all the headless ones in a single run. So any headless one that spawns, you need to be involved in killing it. They seem to have made this better because I already got 2 of them and I haven't really been trying that hard, so that seems probably okay. Collect candy. This is 30,000 candy. Told you 20,000 is the normal, 30 is the big one. While wearing Festival Mask, complete a dungeon, raid, master or grandmaster, or win rounds. Again, it is just rounds in Trials of Osiris. That is probably the easiest one solo. Matchmake in as a solo player and just roll the dice in with who you get paired with. You get some decent people with you, win a couple rounds of trials, and I think it's like 7 maybe from last year. I could be wrong. That is the easiest way as a solo player to do it, because doing a whole dungeon or a raid or crazy Nightfall, not quite as easy as a solo player. But Trials of Osiris rounds, not matches, just like individual rounds within those matches. That's the way to do it. Finally, complete haunted sectors without dying. Just be cautious, stay back, don't get into like, you know, crazy territory, and just with randomness, you'll probably get that one done as well. And I think that covers most of it. So make sure you're picking up your bounties. You're going to be getting candy from doing those. Again, you can get Bright Dust and candy from the additional bounties, so keep those on you. You got your focusing for exotics and other stuff. You got your challenges, pay attention to your loadouts, and then make sure you don't hit the capacity on Spectral or Manifested pages. So if you get a lot of Spectral, go run some sectors and convert those. If you get a decent amount of Manifested, come back in the tower, put them in the book so you don't run out. But that pretty much wraps it up for me. So if you guys did enjoy the video, drop a like below, leave a comment, even if it's just to say hello. If there's any random tips that I didn't mention, please throw those in the comments. I might pin the best one up there. And if you want to find me on Twitch or Twitter, it's Ebontis over there. But if you're new to the channel and you enjoy the content, whether it's the variety I've been doing on other games or just my guides in general, hit that subscribe button, hit the alert bell, helps my videos make it to you, and it's a nice free way to support me here. Have a good one, everybody. Good luck, and I'll see you soon.